Hey everyone, and welcome to the On The Go Show, a variety show where two friends talk pop culture and current events.
If you would like to join the conversation, you can email us at onthegopod2023@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at On The Go with Jacob and James.
Without further ado, let's start the show.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another fine episode of On The Go with Jacob and James. As you may soon notice, there is only one voice on this episode today. That's right, James had to take the day off. Last week, we had a little bit of a late Halloween party. It was a good time. A lot of people came. Joel and the monkey came. Joel brought the monkey, and some other friends showed up. I had a little bit too much to drink, and I had to go to bed early, and I later found out that James had left the party with Joel and the monkey. I don't know what kind of shenanigans that Joel got James into, but you know, he's not on today's episode, so I can only correlate him leaving with Joel and the monkey to him not showing up for today's episode. I don't know if monkeypox was involved. I don't know what shenanigans happened, but James just said he wasn't feeling well, so here we are. You get me today, and my nose has been stuffed up. I have been unpacking my new apartment in San Antonio day in and day out, just unboxing and unwrapping, and everything just feels dirty, and my nose is just stuffed up. Allergy seasons and whatnot. But anyway, enough excuses. Here's what we're going to do today. I am going to format the show in a way that I would format my own show that I've been thinking about doing as part of the On The Go network. I would like to segment it like we do On The Go with Jacob and James. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a good news segment. Then we're going to go into a manga review segment, and then I'm going to play a snippet from On The Go with Jacob and James that we weren't able to include in the last episode. So you'll hear a little bit of James today. James is not completely gone. He's not completely out of the episode. He'll be here. He'll be here in spirit and recording. So I'll play that for you guys, and then I'm going to end the show with a remixed version of the old D&D podcast that I used to do with my former roommates called 4 Dudes, 1 Dungeon. And this is something I've been wanting to do for a while. I've really wanted to remix that show, and it sounds awful. It's not ever going to sound good because it was recorded horribly. It was recorded in the living room with a dog in the background. I think the first episode was on one microphone. I can't quite remember, but you know, we're eating chips, we're rolling dice. It's very, very grungy, I guess you could say, if I'm using the right word. I don't know, but I've always wanted to remix it because I didn't know as much about editing back then as I do now, and I left a lot of stuff in that I could have just cut out and honestly made the whole experience shorter and much better back then. And so I've done that, and I've also added music in the background thanks to this website called Tabletop Audio. He's a real cool guy. He just makes music for tabletop games. So if you ever play a game like Dungeons and Dragons or any kind of tabletop game yourself, if you go to Tabletop Audio and type in kind of what you're looking for, a bunch of audio tracks show up to give you like some background music. I think there's like a sound pad element to the website as well, to where I guess you can load in sounds and kind of play them off your computer that way, or you can just play the track in the background, or you can download the tracks, which is what I did. So I downloaded them, I put them in the background of the audio, and that's what you're going to kind of hear. I didn't get a chance to put sound effects in, which I do want to do later on. So I think whenever I officially launch my own show as part of the On The Go network, I will have those sound effects in that first episode. But for now, this is like a prototype recording of kind of what I'm going to be doing, what I've been thinking about doing. And this is difficult for me. I don't normally record by myself. I don't like talking to myself. I don't like talking to no one. So it's very odd for me to record alone. You know, there was no one to get feedback from or to bounce back from. I don't know I don't know how some people do it, but here we are. We're going to get through it. And without further ado, I'm just going to roll into the first segment here. It's going to be a good news segment. I've always had this idea that I want to do like good news. People like to report on news, and news isn't always good. In fact, the best news is kind of like the bad news, or the worst news, or just like the devastating, life is horrible and blah blah blah. I don't really care for that too much. I don't think most people really care for that too much. If you're trying to have a good day and you're hearing about dead puppies, life's no fun. So in honor of the recent Halloween holiday, I found this really heartwarming story about kids leaving candy on the doorstep instead of taking candy. Around Halloween, we always see videos and we always hear stories of like the people who do the take one candy and leave, and then some bratty kid just puts the whole bowl in their backpack, and the Ring camera's there, so they put it up online. And first of all, if you're going to hand out candy for Halloween, you should physically hand out candy for Halloween. The take a candy thing is just lazy. I don't know why participate if you're not going to participate. It just doesn't make sense to me. So the story is there's this family that lives in this neighborhood in Detroit, and every year they're really big on Halloween. They really love it. They go all out. They decorate their house, and it's a big thing. I suppose they probably hand out the full-size candy bars. They're a must-stop for trick-or-treaters. Well, unfortunately, this family this year, 2 days before Halloween, the young son of the family had gotten sick, and he had to be taken to the hospital. And so the mother had left a note on the door saying, hey, so sorry there's no candy this year. Our son got sick. We had to take him to the hospital. We apologize. It's that big of a deal when you got to leave a note saying, hey, we can't hand out candy this year. You're like, that's how well known this family is in this neighborhood, that she's like, hey, I got to leave a note. Otherwise, these kids are going to TP our house, and I don't want to come back to that. And obviously, I don't know if they're going to TP the house, but I would assume there's some fear there. Trick or treat. If you don't hand out candy, you get eggs and toilet paper in your tree, or whatever the old adage is. Anyway, lo and behold, as she's in the hospital with her sick son, she's getting dings on her Ring doorbell app. And when she pulls up the video, it's just videos of children just dumping their candy into the bucket that's on like the porch or whatever. I guess she had like a bucket for whatever reason. Maybe it's like an old potted plant or something. But yeah, all these kids in this neighborhood were just giving them candy, just leaving all their candy behind. And that's kind of the story. I think that's a great heartwarming story. It's quite the opposite of what we see around Halloween time, where kids are just taking candy off the porches. That's not cool. Don't take candy. Don't take candy from houses. If it says take one, take one. But, who am I to yell at children who've already done a horrible deed? But, this is also like a good example of, being kind literally being kind to your neighbor, right? And we don't really see a lot of that in the news today. Usually news is like neighbors are fighting because someone's tree is over someone's fence, or neighbors are fighting because someone's kids are playing in their yard like children, and someone's not excited about it, and whatever else you see online. There's all kinds of angry content out there, and this is a feel-good story. Good news. So Halloween might have had shenanigans going on, but at least in one neighborhood there was like some nice things.
My name is Dick Righteous, and I'm here to take you on the wonderful journey through freedom, justice, in the good old American way. Like a hamburger with fries.
All right, so we're going to move on to an old segment from On The Go that I tried to employ, but James wasn't really into it because he doesn't really like anime, he doesn't like manga, but we're going to do the Manga Minute on this edition of On The Go with Jacob and James, or On The Go with Jacob. I've explained before, I have really gotten into reading manga over the last, year or two. I've always read manga throughout the years, but I think over the last 2 years is really when I've kind of dug down into it. And part of the reasoning is because, unlike regular American comic books, mangas tend to follow one storyline throughout the whole adventure, right? It's not like there's not 17 different versions of Dragon Ball. There kind of is because there's sequel series and whatnot, but there's not coinciding stories. It's not like, oh, there's this Dragon Ball universe and then there's that Dragon Ball universe. Maybe that's a bad example because you have GT and I think now you have Daima. But so maybe not Dragon Ball. Maybe let's say Naruto. You know, Naruto. There's just Naruto, and then there's Boruto or Boruto. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've heard mixed things about Boruto, but either way, you know, Naruto went for 700 chapters, and Boruto kind of picked up afterwards. So really, if you don't want to read the sequel series, you don't have to. You don't have to read it to understand what happens to Naruto. Obviously. There's not another coinciding series where it's like, oh, there's this other book series about this other ninja team. No, there's none of that. It's one series. Now, the downside of the mangas are some of them are very long. I like I said, Naruto is 700 chapters. One Piece, a big popular and manga and anime. It's been going on for 27 years, something like that, and it's gotten to like chapter 1130. So. I think standard mangas, like the book series, go on for like 12 or 16 books, and those contain like 6 chapters a piece typically, or whatever. I don't know. I'm getting too deep into this, but I want to cover short manga series. I don't want to cover like large ones that you have to like read and read and read, and maybe I will someday, but I want to cover the short ones because they're short, they're sweet. You can read them in a weekend, or you can read them over a couple weeks if you buy the volumes separately. I'm going to start with this book called The Crazy Food Truck. The name doesn't really do much in the way of like what the story is about. Yeah, it's about a food truck, but it's like a food truck in the apocalypse. It's not even really the apocalypse, actually. It's just a food truck in this deserty environment. I don't know. Reading the story, it hadn't really given off that there was like a big apocalypse going on. I think that's just like the world these people live in. It's like this desert kind of Mad Maxy society. And essentially it's like this food truck owner, you know, he drives from town to town, sets up a food truck and cooks food and tries to sell the food or whatever. It's interesting because like these cooking stories or cooking animes, cooking mangas or whatever, like there's a story to it, but also the recipe for some of the things they cook is involved. It's not like a cookbook, obviously, but it is interesting to, like, every chapter is like a sandwich or this or that, and it kind of makes you hungry reading it. Like, he cooks a lot of BLTs, and I really like BLTs, so every time I read this book, I really wanted a BLT, especially with, like, how it was drawn. Even on paper, it looked very delicious. And so, this food truck man, I believe his name was Gordon in the series. His name was Gordon. He's driving along one day and he comes across like this girl in the middle of the road. And being the nice person that he is, he picks her up, he feeds her, and he tries to find out more about her. And she's like this eccentric little teenage girl. You know, I'm assuming she's 18 because they draw her naked quite a bit, but also this is anime, and let's be honest, anime is a little sketchy on that kind of sides of things sometimes. But anyway, he takes care of her, he feeds her, and then he kind of soon discovers that she's being chased down by this organization, and like, what does this organization want with her? What's the deal with that? I'm not going to go into the whole series, and I'm not going to explain the whole storyline, but it's 3 books, 3 volumes. I thought it was a fun series. It does end kind of quick. You know, as soon as you find out what's going on, you're already at the end of the series. But that's not entirely bad. I'd rather a short series to just kind of, hey, here's the story, here's what's happening, read it, enjoy it. We're not going to stretch this out over months or years or whatever. But I had a good time with it. Again, it's 3 volumes, Crazy Food Truck. It's already over. You don't have to follow it continuously. I don't think there's an anime for it yet, but there probably might be at some point. You know, it seems like a easy, like, 1-season thing you can do. It says it's a Japanese series written and illustrated by Rokuro Ogaki. If you ever heard of Rokuro Ogaki, that's your guy. You know, if you like his work, you'll like this book. I thought it was a great book. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So it had delicious food, it had some funny bits, it had some action, and then all around I thought it was a good story.
The last bit of news we have to cover today, before we get out of here, James, is the most recent news about Blade.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
Would you like to tell our listeners what's going on with Blade?
I mean, basically, just getting delayed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that's pretty much the news. I mean, it's not that we didn't already know.
How many times has it been delayed so far?
Well, they kept trying to keep it on the back burner and kept saying, "Oh no, it's coming, it's coming, it's going to make the date, it's going to make the date." We've been knew it was never going to make the date.
Mm-mm.
It was supposed to come out like next year, and I'm like, I knew it was never going to come out next year.
I mean,
and
how long has he been slated as Blade? Like since 2019?
2019.
That is crazy.
2019. Like this whole thing, and me personally, I was excited in 2019. But as the years went on, I'm just like, all right. If it gets made, it does. It does not. I mean, I never been one to be fiending. I never fiended for the Blade. And it was like, oh, we got to get this movie out immediately.
Well, what is the first couple of years we had the COVID and the aftermath of COVID. So at first it's like, okay, it's understandable, right? Like, all right, he got announced, but then this global pandemic kind of came around and kind of messed things up for a minute. So like, all right, cool. You have some time there. Then we had the writer's strike. And 2023, right? Summer 2023.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So like, all right, that kind of delays it a little bit more. And then nothing in 2024. It just got delayed again to get delayed.
Well, they can't find directors. They can't find writers. And if they do find writers and directors, they don't like what they see. So they're just, they're backpedaling. Mahershala Ali's like in his 50s now. He hasn't done any movies of any kind that I can really think of past 2019.
Well, no, he did that. The World Ends or The World Waits, whatever.
Yeah.
He's done a couple of films,
which I'm pretty sure that movies are probably already done. Well, it was probably already in the can way before anything else.
You know what? Yeah, I think you might be right. I think I do remember reading that it was like finished before. Like a while ago. Yeah,
it was finished way before that. So, I mean, I'm like, he hasn't really done too much of nothing. This guy's been waiting in the wings. Because once you do a movie, you have to have your free up your schedule to do that movie.
Yeah.
And if it comes at the price of a movie that you might want to do, then you have to cancel it.
Right. I just don't get how it's so hard to make this Blade movie.
Well, I mean, I always thought it was hard because the simple fact that you're doing vampires in a world that you have not explained vampires.
That is true.
It's called having too many toys and don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. Too many toys, not enough toy box.
And not enough toy box. It's like, it makes a lot of sense.
I mean, a good writer can find a way to write around it, right? Like, I mean, just write it in a different part of the world, different era or whatever. I think originally they were trying to do like a period piece kind of with it, right? I think
which would have been absolutely terrible.
You might be right on that one.
That would have been absolutely terrible. Like that was half of the reason why the movie got delayed the first time. Because people were like, there were rumors that it was going to be a period piece. It was going to have Blade's daughter in it. I'm like, no.
Blade's daughter is a lot. Because I don't think many people know that much lore about Blade.
It's just not, and like I say, I'm cool with it. I never, when I saw the news, I kind of just scrolled past it and went on by my day because I was just okay.
What's new?
We already knew.
Yeah, it's like what's new.
Yeah, the bigger news. I kind of already knew that.
The bigger news is when they start filming and there's set photos.
Yeah, that would be the bigger news if you got a director and actor. And I'm to the point now, I mean, I don't think anyone really cares anymore because you got Michael B. Jordan coming out with a vampire movie. Mm-hmm. And him and Ryan Coogler. You got Christopher Nolan.
You got Nosferatu about to be coming out.
You got Nosferatu coming out. So it's just like, do you really even need a Blade movie anymore? Because if I'm telling you right now, if those movies blow anything out of the water, and potentially Blade out of the water, then you don't really need it.
Yeah. That's fair.
So, hopefully Mahershala Ali can get back to work. I know he's doing Jurassic Park, so hopefully, he'll be done, and they can find somebody else to play Blade, or if not, just don't even worry about it. Just keep it moving.
It's a lot. I don't know what they're really trying to do here. Just, it should be so simple to make comic book movies, James. It should
You would think.
It should be so simple because you have years of source material to just to work off of. You have actual scripted stories in these pages that you could literally use. You could almost use them as storyboards. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you do have all these things, but you got to keep in mind it has to coincide with what they're doing. When you have this continuity and you're trying to create a bigger story,
I get it.
Then you have to keep everything contained in what that's doing. Like if you're just doing a separate movie by itself, then yeah, you got storyboards, you got multiple comics you can go to, many issues.
Yeah. But I've been saying it. I think that's the way to go. Just do separate stories. Like stop trying to connect everything. Just have separate stories.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably too late in the game for Marvel, but DC can definitely do it for sure.
Right, because I mean, I'd rather just have like a good series of live action movies that are well done, well made, and pretty good to the source material. With some artistic liabilities, because you don't want a full on like carbon copy, right? You do want to like put your own input and stuff in it. So like I would much rather that than you got to watch 20 movies to understand the next one coming out, or even understanding like a third of the next movie coming out. You know what I mean? What do I know? I'm not in Hollywood.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely don't get paid. To really care. I just want to see a good movie and not crap.
Right. Exactly.
On the go or on the run with Jacob and James. So next is the meat and potatoes of the episode. Next, I'm going to play you 30 minutes of the first remixed episode of 4 Dudes, 1 Dungeon. I play a fairy dust addicted elf, and shenanigans ensue. It was one of the first things I recorded in Houston with my friends that I had made from work. While it's bad, it's not very good. It brings back fond memories, and it really just gives me good feelings. And I don't know, maybe nobody else will think it's good. Maybe everybody else will be like, why am I listening to this? This is horrible. But I really enjoy it, and I really want to put this out. And we've recorded more than Dungeons and Dragons. We've also recorded interviews with some people that we never got to put out. We've recorded like different projects and stuff over the years that I kind of want to go through my archive and like remix or fully mix and fully produce and actually finally put it out, because we had some ideas on things and we were working on things, but then I don't know, we just never released certain stuff, and I've been really wanting to release these things. So I'm hoping over the next like few months or a year or whatever, I can start working on that and getting that out. I don't know how often I would release my own solo show, but I do plan on getting this out. And so if people like it, maybe I'll fast track it. But without further ado, here's 4 Dudes, 1 Dungeon. Thank you guys so much for listening today. I'm sorry James couldn't make it. Blame Joel and the monkey. I don't know what he's got going on with that monkey, but it's not good. I tell you, it's entertaining. People love it, but him and that monkey, something ain't right. So, anyway, enjoy the Dungeons and Dragons. We'll be back next week, regularly scheduled program. Thanks, guys.
In the far-off realm of Texas, in a very deep and very moist dungeon, 4 extremely average 20-something-year-olds play a game of D&D horribly, with a total disregard to the rules and general safety. they embark on a never-ending search for
love, fortune,
fairy dust.
So join 4 dudes in one very moist and very deep dungeon. Hello, everybody. It's the 4D 1D podcast. 4 dudes, 1 dungeon. With me today we have Zariah. Tell me about your character.
I am an elf cleric.
All right, that's a bunch of
Fine,
straight and right to the point. I appreciate it. And to his right, Home Clown. What's your name, right? What can you tell me about your character?
Well, I'm a half-orc barbarian, I'm not too smart, but, I make up for that with my strength.
Muscles?
With my muscles.
Alright.
And,
next!
I am Twitch, the elf fighter. That's all I'm going to say about myself for now.
Twitch. Alright. Let's get this shit rolling. Starting the campaign. Working it up. We're just gonna shove it right in here in the dungeon. Zariah, you've come into the town of Tradeston with your very loyal and yet incredibly stupid bodyguard, Home Clown. You're here to make a drop-off to an elf named Twitch. The order comes from your father, though you haven't heard from him before now in quite a while. You approach the local tavern and see that there's quite a lot of patronage going on here. There are at least 7 elves in here and countless others. There's a scrawnier one not eating or drinking with the other 6 elves. He's slightly shady, but doesn't seem to be a threat.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and walk up to him and see why he looks different from everybody else. Ask him questions.
You stand there, ready to ask a question.
Yeah. Excuse me, sir.
Hi.
Why are you separated from the remainder of the crowd?
I'm waiting for a very important package to arrive.
Alright, I am here to make a delivery. Perhaps you are my guy.
Maybe so.
Alright.
The crow flies at midnight.
Crow flies at midnight. I require 8 gold from you.
8 gold.
8 gold.
Can we make it 7?
No.
I have a family to feed. That's a lie.
So
they
do
left
I have a guard with a family to feed. I have to pay my guard.
Boss,
Yes.
I got kids, boss.
Yes,
Don't
yes,
forget
you do.
the children.
Wait, did you say you got kid balls?
Don't forget the children, boss. Don't forget the children's boss.
Yes, 8 gold, Twitch.
I think you can afford to underpay your guard. I don't think it would notice. But
Are you insulting my guard?
I will confide and give you the 8 gold because I really need those drugs.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the 8 gold.
Roll to pay. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, guards break into the tavern. The leader, a large half-orc, says to you that there's to be no distribution of prohibited products outside of Skid Row. That deal was made to keep shit out of here.
You bitch! Did you set me up?
Or do not.
I think you did.
Hold on. As he finishes saying that, 3 guards behind him run out on you guys' position. 1 going towards each.
I prepare for battle and I equip my shield.
You know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna go into my my barbarian rage, man.
Okay.
You should probably defend yourself. They're charging at us, so they most likely will get the first hit.
They're just sitting at you.
I thought you said they're moving to our direction.
Yes, they left from the doorway to in front of you with spears pointing at you.
Oh, okay, so they're not charging at us.
Yeah, they're waiting
either
for you
way.
to move your bitch ass.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna do what I said.
Okay.
I'm gonna go into
What was it that you said?
I said I was gonna prepare for battle and hold my shield up.
Prepare for battle, hold your shield. Right on. Alright, they immediately see this as like a hostile fucking move. They're
defensive
they're
move, man.
basically
They're
like
fucking
cops,
hostile.
you know, so they're flipping out. You moved your fucking shield. They thought it was a candy bar or something. And they're just fucking done. Alright, so they immediately throw their fucking spears down on you guys. Roll your d20s. We're gonna say dexterity.
17.
17.
6. All right. Oh damn!
Did I just get killed? I just got wrecked.
No. But you do take 8 damage.
8 damage directly to my chest.
Yeah, to your face.
Fuck. So that means I have. I'm not looking too bad actually.
All right, so
I will. Wait, hey, you went into Barbarian Rage already, right?
No,
You haven't.
yeah, you did.
I did.
Okay, so it's still active. Alright, perfect. I will cast Bless onto Home Clown, buffing his damage to just +1. So whatever you roll for damage, you get +1 on your next attack.
That's what's up, nice.
Alrighty.
I'm ready, boss.
I'm gonna do some of my fairy dust. And then,
Fucking really?
yeah,
This is bullshit right off the bat.
this is bullshit. And then, I'm gonna use my great sword to attack one of the other the people attacking us.
Okay, so are you doing fairy dust or are you attacking? You don't get to do both.
Okay, well I want to do the fairy dust, and then I guess the next time I want to
Really?
attack them.
Okay, fuck. Yeah, okay. Go for it.
What do I roll?
To do fairy dust?
Yes.
I'm not gonna make you roll to do fairy dust. Just do fairy dust.
Okay,
You fucking pathetic druggie.
there we go. I did fairy dust. I'm excited. Let's fight.
Alright. Home Clown.
Yes. Yes.
What you gonna do? You just got jabbed up in the the chest, man. They just... And you still raging, too.
No, looking so good. You should do some fairy dust.
Remember, you could do 1+ damage if you attack.
I don't know, man. I'm feeling kind of angry.
You
Are
can
these
take
guys
the edge
are
off
they
with some fairy
standing?
dust.
Are they standing side by side to each other?
Now they're pretty much like triceratopping you, you know? Like, motherfuckers be like surrounding your asses.
Okay, I want to just like take a great ass swing with my great ass axe.
On the guy who just stabbed you?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. With your great axe?
Is your axe
You're
called
just gonna
Bad
come down
Motherfucker?
on his face with like a... What should be called?
Yes, sir.
That's what you're doing?
I look up straight down his forehead, all the way down his skull.
Okay, so that's what you're gonna try to do.
That's
Roll
what I'm gonna
d20.
Hey man, there's a tower.
I got a 9. Oh, damn, the tower, though.
That probably would have helped you.
I got a 9.
Probably would have.
+2 though. Okay, yeah, you hit him. Roll for damage. Coming right down on his
Tower.
face.
I got a 7.
+1.
Plus 1.
7 + 1. Alright, so he's really fucked up. Like, his shit is fucked, okay?
Like his wig is split.
He's not quite dead, but yeah, that motherfucker has like a piece of head missing, alright? He's fucked. He's
Yeah.
pretty fucked.
What are you feeding these guys that they can still stand after this, man?
Oh. Fucking
They believe.
war on drugs, man.
The war on
That's
drugs.
what this is. This is medieval war on drugs at its finest. Alright? Okay. So, now this guy gets split in the dome. He's just out of it for this turn. He's taking a little time out.
Okay.
Alright, he's sitting down collecting himself. The other two, however, they're like, oh shit. Alright, this guy just cleaved on our friend. And they come right after you. Alright, so right in front of you. AC?
It's a 12.
Actually, both of them, I guess, miss you somehow. Or, their spears suck and they broke or something. Whatever, whatever sounds better. That's what happened.
I think what happened
Stupid
was they
narcs.
hit these hard abs. And
Yeah,
they just couldn't
They
penetrate.
didn't do shit.
They
honestly,
couldn't
so.
penetrate this hard
Just
body.
work on your feelings, dude. Just work on your abs. Access your feelings.
Right. Now
Be
it is about
apologetic.
this time that their half-orc captain approaches. And he's gonna go Twitch.
Shit. I wasn't doing drugs, officer. I swear.
Alright, what's your AC?
My AC is 14.
Oh, he does hit you.
Oh.
With a great sword, with a fucking...
How much
With
damage?
a two-handed great sword coming right at you. Hold on a second. Let me pull up my numbers.
A two-handed great sword, not just a great sword.
It's okay, I'm on drugs.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
He didn't feel shit.
Alright, hold up. Okay.
It's like a pinch.
An arm? Did I just lose that?
Right?
Did I just lose that? No.
You take 6 damage.
6 damage.
Coming down on your arm. You got like a nice little gash, but that's a...
Is that my
You're
arm?
still kicking it.
It's alright, I'm pretty numb.
That's not my arm.
Alright. Zariah,
Yes.
I believe it is your turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and attack. Yeah, attack with my mace. The guard in front of me.
Okay. Roll. Yeah.
I got a 7, damn.
You got a 7?
Yeah.
Which one are you swinging on?
The one in front of me.
Roll for damage.
Cool. 6.
You got a 6? Alright.
Yes.
So he's pretty fucking hurt. You basically just like knocked this shit and like blunt right to the fucking face. Alright, so, and that's like right after this guy just like lunged out at someone. You hit him from behind on the fucking dome. He's, you know, he's stumbling. That motherfucker is stumbling. And, fuck that. Alright. Now, your turn. You got 2 of them stumbling the fuck around.
Alright. So I want to use my great sword that I have named Rehab to attack the closest guard to me.
Alright, that's the other one who tried to attack it.
Okay.
Didn't work out.
Okay.
Roll for hit.
3.
Oh, you do not
Fuck.
succeed.
The odds are not in your favor, dude.
You did your best, man. You
Those
did your...
dice are really helping you out.
At least you tried.
What did I do? What happened
Okay,
when I tried to attack?
No, you just missed. You know, you came down, it kind of bounced off of him and, went into the ground.
Oh, damn.
That's it.
Damn.
It's not too bad.
That's what I get for not sharpening.
You should take better care of your rehab, man.
I know.
Clown.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What you got to do? Another half work just walked into this bitch, too.
Ooh.
Okay.
What?
So, who attacked
Yeah.
Twitch with their two-handed great sword?
That was the guy who was calling you out in the first place.
I want to attack him.
How you gonna do it?
I want to, is he far from me? Is he close to me?
He's an axe's reach. He's an axe reach.
Axe reach. Okay, so what I want to do is hit him, slice through him
So you coming down with a slash then?
with my great axe.
That counts.
I got a 12.
So you bring your shit down on him from the side. He notices you, so he's able to stand off a bit, but you're still necking him. Go ahead and roll for damage.
I got a 9.
You got a 9?
Yes, I got a 9.
Alright, that motherfucker is dead.
Damn,
He's
so
fucking dead.
DED dead.
so I just
Yeah, no, he just got cleaved the fucking two. He's
Wow.
fucking dead.
Damn.
he's
I
half the
did
man
not
he
think
used
that was
to be.
gonna happen. Yeah, he's fucking dead.
I wonder which half of him is
Silence
the
for the
orc.
boss. Right. You can go mate with all of his orc women now.
Right. How many enemies do we have left?
You have, 2.5, basically. No, you have 1 and 2 halves, so 2 is how many you have left. However, those 2 are, the one guy you attack turns around to fuck with you. And then one of the guards is getting up after getting fucking dunked on earlier to start an attack at you, Twitch.
Oh, he's attacking me again.
No, not Zariah. My bad.
Oh, he's hitting me?
Yeah.
Okay.
One's going for you. One's going for you. The other one's still losing his shit. He's fucking gone.
With his wig split.
Yeah, it's like a scene from fucking Saving Private Ryan in this bitch.
Damn, we could have took this outside. There's families in here.
In the tavern.
There's families in here, guys.
Okay.
I'm high on drugs. Could have been outside.
What's your ACs?
Both of ours?
Yeah.
Mine is 14.
11.
Alright, both of them fucking miss you. These are incompetent ass security guards.
Fuck yeah. Fuck the police.
We support the boys and boys. No.
This podcast.
They both come down at you, and like these are clearly like the fucking stormtroopers of like fucking officers to be chased at. All right, these guys have shown that they are incompetent. All right,
Yeah.
they fucking throw their shit down and pierce into the ground.
Yeah, okay.
All right, they're like. It's really weird. It looked like this shit came out of like some kind of dance routine because they just went like bam. All right, it's crazy. They're fucking horrible.
Damn.
With that being said, it's Zoraya's turn.
Must not be that big of a drug dealer. They send the worst of the worst.
Z team.
Do I want this fairy dust still?
Was this fight worth the fairy dust?
Right?
I will.
Can I get a
I
refund?
should have got a larger quantity.
You didn't send...
The one that was trying to attack me, I will counterattack with my mace again. I got a 20.
You
Damn.
got a 20. All right, roll that baby again.
5.
No, that doesn't count against you.
Okay.
We're just seeing if you got a double damage. Okay, so you swing your mace like right into this dude's nuts. All right, he's
That's
fucking
unnecessary.
down. All right, he's fucking done. He just gives up. This fucker he falls down and fucking dies. All right. He should have grit his fucking teeth because that motherfucker got screwed.
Like, I felt his pain.
Yeah, you pulled up your mace, right? And that shit like went into his body, and like there's just like a hole above his stomach now. It's brutal.
You should have at least bought him a drink first.
Yeah, he's dead.
I mean,
as
if you're gonna
fuck
fuck him that hard.
Hey,
He's having it.
he pointed his stick at me first.
We
He
just
did.
witnessed this
He
man's
did.
soul leave his body.
I will stick him back.
Yes. Okay. All right. So one motherfucker left. All right, just one little piggy.
All right.
Okay.
What you gonna do about it?
In my drug-fueled state, I will
That's
again.
true. You are fucking tripping.
I will
right now.
again attempt to attack him with my great sword rehab.
All right. So roll your d20.
Fucking 3.
It's a 3. You do not do anything to this man. This man is fine, the same as he was before you
Guys,
picked up your weapon.
guys, I know you guys are drug dealers, but I feel like we're gonna make a friendship off of this. I should not do drugs anymore because I do not fight very
I
well.
thought that was like half of your character's value.
Yes.
Hey, man. I don't even know your name, man.
All right,
I'm losing this
so
fight.
so you did miss. You weren't particularly valuable, but it is Home Clown's turn.
Yeah. So, from where I'm standing, I'm gonna just throw a javelin at the remaining dude.
It's right in front of you. This all happened in like a very close area. You haven't had much room. You've all been like within weapons reach of everybody this whole time.
Just point blank, throw a javelin.
You might.
Yeah, it's
That's what
ideal
I'm
for the
saying.
first
Like,
one.
if he's like right here, I'll just.
It's not even throwing; it's just stabbing.
Okay.
So, like, what I'm about
you
to. What I want to attempt to do is, with my hand axe, just like walk up to this guy, you know?
He's literally right in front of you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna face towards him, and I'm gonna smile in his face, and I'm gonna take my hand axe out of my back pocket and just like slice his fucking neck out, man. Like, this guy, I don't like how he's been treating my dudes, man.
Roll the d20.
I don't like how he's been treating the homies, the boys.
Oh,
Damn, dude.
It's a 1.
Oh
I
no.
don't like how he's been treating the boys, man.
You're about to be mistreated.
Alright, so this guy immediately turns around, notices you, pulls out this knife and just stabs you right in the fucking chest.
Right in the jugular.
Yeah, like he showed you that you were the bitch here. Oh no! I'm.
It's game over,
6
guys.
damage is how much you take.
Oh man, that's cool. It was just a flesh wound. It was just a flesh wound.
You'll be fine.
You'll be all right.
It was just a flesh wound.
But you know, like you're also, you know, you're bleeding pretty heavy, bro. So always try to sit down. Fuck. As he fucks homeboy up, home clown. All right, as he fucks home clown up.
You can call me homeboy.
This guy dips, runs up over his shoulders, and starts going out the fucking window.
Wait, he's leaving?
He's trying to leave.
He's running on us?
His objective is to exit this building as fast as possible.
Well, that's bullshit. He attacked us in the first place.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Throw something at him!
I can't make out what you're saying from...
What are you going to do? Are you going to let him?
My turn?
Sorry, Zariah. What are you going to do about it?
I was trying to use this turn to heal you.
Kill him!
I gotta kill him, dude. I would give it like... Oh, fuck.
You disrespecting me.
The only thing I can do is use my crossbow, but doesn't that take 2 turns?
Well, you like tackle him or something. He's right there.
Fucking beat him up.
He's trying to leave. He's in the
Don't let me
middle
die,
of
you baby.
Fucking dude, I'm gonna attack him. I'm sorry, dude. I'll heal you later. But I have to attack this motherfucker. I attacked the guard with my mace. 15.
Alright, roll for damage.
4.
4. Alright. This shit is right and properly fucked. You have just killed a man.
Wait.
You're a murderer now.
Did he fly into my axe? I mean, to my mace? That'd be pretty cool.
What?
Like, he was trying to jump, but he jumps into my mace. He just kills himself.
Nah. Like,
that would have been funny if he did that.
you just smack that bitch. You just smack the fuck out
Cool.
of him.
Killed a dude.
In all of this violence, not a single person ever left the tavern. So, what is happening is you are surrounded by a bunch of people who just saw you kill 4 people. And, cops, no less. Basically cops. You know, like medieval cops, okay?
So do we become the new cops? Is that how this is gonna work? Is it like a Western?
Everyone's just kind of standing there. They're not sure how to take in the scenario. They just watch someone like slowly bleed to death and like 2 people get cleaved in 2.
I mean, they were pretty bad.
It's
cops.
a pretty gruesome scene.
I think we deserve to be.
These
cops.
are all just innocent people.
We're out here making an honest
just,
living. You know what I mean?
As far as they're concerned, you're just like a drug dealer, a drug addict, and his bodyguard who happened to murder cops. You know, like that's how these people are seeing this, and they are just out of sorts about it. They don't know what the fuck to think, really.
They have just learned that drugs are bad. That's what they learned.
I don't know what the fuck they learned, but they are just not going to do anything. They don't seem to. They're all staring at you. They're just not doing anything.
We're pharmacists, you know what I mean?
I have an idea.
Like we do this.
People of the tavern, thank you for witnessing our play on why to not do drugs. Have a nice day. We will see you next week. And then
You know what?
Have a good day.
Roll a charisma check.
24?
24, okay. They are convinced that this is a play.
Okay, guys.
They just all start clapping their hands as the guard's blood drips everywhere. And
awesome. Let's get out of here.
Wow,
Okay,
they are
guys.
amazed by the CGI.
We'll see you on Deutschmuten next week.
They've never seen real life CGI quite like that. So they'll just go back to drinking. You know, they start talking amongst themselves as they were before. And all the while, you are covered in cop blood.
We're on tour right now, guys. You can catch us in Deutschmuten next week.
Alright, so what you guys gonna do about this?
Deutschmuten.
I think we bonded pretty well over this. I say we should become a team of some sort.
Hey, man.
That was like one of the best trips I've ever had. It's almost like we fought 4 people and murdered them brutally. I don't know what kind of drugs you can sell, but I want more of that. So I'm going to hang around you guys for the rest of the duration of my life.
Very well.
Sounds cool.
We accept
boss.
you.
Okay.
He's pretty cool.
But no freebies.
No freebies?
No freebies.
No discount.
I have my ways of getting freebies.
Whoa! Whoa!
4 dudes, 1 bitch. Doesn't get gayer than this.
Whoa.
Well, Zariah, you seem like the leader of this group, so...
I don't put that information in my
What are we gonna do?
Well, I was supposed to do this deal with you.
Alright.
Well, we kind of did.
I know.
Yeah, the transaction already took place. You guys are good. You're all sitting in the middle of a room right now, covered in real people blood, surrounded by people who legitimately believe that you didn't just kill 4 officers.
Hey guys, we should like walk out of here
I got it,
casually and just walk to the nearest like next.
I have a blanket on me, dude. Alright, so
Or you're at a tavern. Maybe it's worth not going out and getting noticed and getting slipped. Just a thought, getting some sleep.
So I have a blanket in my priest pack. So I would take that blanket and wipe all the blood off of me. But all my clothes will still have it, so I'll say I was working with spaghetti.
Okay, fair enough.
But it's not on my face or my hands. And then I pass my blanket to you guys, so you guys can clean up. Clean yourself with this.
So you wipe yourselves of
the blood,
pig blood.
So we wipe,
oh shit!
we wipe each other.
Clean.
We wipe each other with the blanket. Yeah.
Hey, can you get my back, dude?
I got you,
I haven't
boss.
been this clean since the last time I tried to quit drugs.
So you're successfully clean. The innkeeper is so thankful for the fact that you have put on such a good play, and so he gives you. He says, "Hey, dinner is on me. Drink for the night. This is really good stuff. You can stay the night for free if you want.
Sounds like a good
For free?
Wait.
For free.
I don't have to do anything
At the tavern.
in order to stay? This is Twitch's lucky day. I don't know about you guys, but I could use some free food and sleep.
Let's get it.
All right.
Alright.
So you guys off to bed?
No, I'm gonna go wash my blanket. So I can use it tonight.
So all he did was offer us these good things. He hasn't like given us the offer.
I'm telling you guys.
Yeah, exactly. If you're hungry,
You know
get
what?
something to
Actually,
eat.
I will swap out my dirty blanket for one of their clean ones. And I will take theirs from now on.
You are truly an evil, evil man. All right, you. Tell you what, roll a d20. I just want to see.
9.
Yeah, you steal it. I just wanted you to get a 1. I want someone to start a fight over you over stealing blankets.
Stealing a blanket.
All right, so you guys are going to bed officially now, resting up, i.e., getting your spells recuperated, and probably not the right word, but you go to sleep. Was another successful quest. Join us next fortnight to continue the harrowing tale of
Twitch.
Zariah.
Home clown.